during your time at the gymnasium. Please locate any of the uniformed officers stationed around the gymnasium. All of the restrooms are located in the hallways behind both grandstands. Now we're ready for another exciting action in Crusader basketball.
And welcome back for the first time in 2017 to Hayes Gymnasium as we get ready for tonight's doubleheader matchup in basketball between the women's and men's teams of North Greenville University and Pfeiffer University. I'm Gray Sutherland. Pleasure to have you back here for the first time in this new year. Also bring in Dave Parson. Glad to have you back again, Dave. And we were supposed to be back about 4 days ago, but the recent weather events postponed the Lincoln Memorial North Greenville men's volleyball match to a date later to be determined. But here we are nonetheless.
Good to be back with you, Gray. And we appreciate all of our fans joining us tonight. Welcome to 2017. It is January the 10th. And we are going to do basketball tonight. Again, we hope everybody had a blessed holiday. Merry Christmas, and we wish everybody a Happy New Year. We're glad you're with us again. We're going to bring you the best that we can, as we always do, here on the North Greenville Sports Network. Gray, it's been a long vacation, but I think we're ready to get things started here in just a couple minutes. Get the national anthem going and introduce the teams. We'll get this thing going again. This should be a good game, the women's game, starting first today. And then we'll have the men about 25 minutes after this game ends.
Here's a quick look at Pfeiffer. They come in 4-6 overall, 2-4 in the Conference Carolinas on a one-game losing streak, coming off a loss at King University. A big loss at that, 81-46. So Pfeiffer looking for a big bounce back. North Greenville, they just need a win. They're on a 4-game losing streak, haven't won since our last broadcast back on December the 8th against Tusculum. And North Greenville 3-9. They need that first conference win here tonight.
Yes, they do. And you mentioned Pfeiffer. With that last loss, they had 81-46. The women are averaging just over 60 points a game. And for them to only give 41 points, 46 points, that's just not like this team. They're much better than that.
They're led by number 35, Meg Pritchard. She's a senior. She started all 10 games they've played, and she's averaging just over 18 points a game from Adelaide, South Australia.
Another interesting thing too, Gray, is that in about 10 days or so, these two teams will meet again, but this time at Pfeiffer.
It's always the joy of not only having a conference schedule, but meeting twice in a year to try and determine that's why we have tiebreakers.
And we're going to step away for a moment while we do the anthem and the invocation here, and we'll be back with you on the North Greenville Sports Network in just a moment.
Welcome once again to the beautifully renovated Hayes Gymnasium, here on the campus of North Greenville University, where Christ makes the difference. At this time, we ask that you please rise for the invocation presented tonight by North Greenville women's basketball assistant, Tiffany Egan. We remain standing to honor America with the playing of our national anthem. And now the starting lineups. First, the visiting Falcons. At forward, number 3, Ariana Tillman. At guard, number 10, Bethany Sarson. At guard, number 11, Deja Scott. At guard, number 32, Lauren Jenka. And at guard, number 35, Meg Pritchard. The head coach of the Falcons is Mr. Tui Lloyd. He's assisted by Miss Brenda Paul. And now, the starting lineups for your North Greenville Crusaders. At guard, 5'10" freshman from Knoxville, Tennessee. Number 14, Aaron Donahue. At point guard, 5'2" senior from Washington, D.C. Number 15, Tiffany Powell. At guard, a 5'9" freshman from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Number 22, Michaela Wolf. At forward, a 6-foot sophomore from Englewood, Tennessee. Number 25, Elizabeth Brento. And at guard, a 5'10" junior from Lynchburg, Virginia. Number 32, Cameron Carter.
So the two leading scorers get another start tonight for North Greenville. Cameron Carter averaging 14.4 points a game. Karen Donahue 15.5 points a game. And no surprise to see Pritchard on the floor tonight for Pfeiffer. As Pfeiffer's going to look to go to her early and often. See if North Greenville can keep tabs on her tonight and pick up their first conference win of not just the season, but also this calendar year. Pfeiffer's coached by Tui Loy. He's assisted by Brenda Paul. And for North Greenville, head coach Jane Arledge, assisted by Willis Holiday. And the graduate assistant who just played for her last year, Alicia Hope. Up to midcourt, opening tip controlled by North Greenville. Elizabeth Trenham jumps up, and Lady Crusaders are first up. Devani Powell over to the left side in control for North Greenville. Now they'll try Michaela Wolf, a freshman. A lot of youth on this Crusader squad as they look to get acclimated to the system as Donahue drives in, shot short, but she'll be fouled.
Foul call number 3, Ariana Tillman.
Gray, I'd like to see Devani Powell and Carter starting tonight. I always thought they'd be a good matchup in the backcourt, and especially with Powell's go after it attitude, she'll chase that ball down.
First free throw rattles in good, and you aren't kidding about saying Powell chase it down. 37 steals on the season for Devani Powell. Donahue hits the first 2 points of the game, puts North Greenville up 2-0. Now we'll get our first look at the Lady Falcons for Pfeiffer. In the hands of number 11, Deja Scott. Now he's swinging around left side. Ariana Tillman underneath the Pritchard. Alley-oops, no good. And she's fouled.
Foul number 32, Cameron Carter. Her first, team first.
Not a good sign for North Greenville to start off with the first foul against Cameron Carter. Even though it's only one foul already on thin ice for Carter, as Pritchard at the line sinks the first one.
Well, the good news for the Lady Crusaders is they're heavy with guards, so they can bring in some guards to help out.
Able to get the second one, so Donahue and Pritchard with the first 2 points for each team. As a full court press, Pfeiffer initiates it. North Greenville gets out of it. Carter bounce pass to Trenham. Trenham in traffic. Turns it over right into the hands of Laura Jonka. Pfeiffer back the other way, looking for the lead. Looking over the left side, Pritchard. Pass skips wide left of her and out of bounds. So Pfeiffer unable to take advantage of the turnover they generate. Turn it over themselves.
Yeah, that time to Jay Scott from Burlington, North Carolina. She just misanticipated where her receiver is going to be when she passed the ball.
A lot of press going on by Pfeiffer as here's Carter over on the left side going up against number 32, Jonka. Now they go back up top to Powell. Powell calls a play in. She heads left, fires it back right to Wolf. Shot clock running down on Wolf, flings it up, misses it wide right.
Yeah, I think she thought she was fouled on that play.
And another Lady Falcons turnover. An errant pass skips in and out of the hands of number 10, Bethany Sarson. Now Pfeiffer will back out of the press, drop into a 2-3 zone. North Greenville fires it over to the left side. Now they drop into man coverage. Back out to Donahue in the corner. Donahue bounce pass up top to Powell. Powell takes a look, finds Donahue again. Donahue drives in, now fires it back out. Wolf, shot clock again running down to 5. Carter with it right side, steps in for a long 2. That's no good. Shot clock resets, and a foul called against NGU against Powell on the rebound.
Team second.
Devontae Powell is a good player. She's very fast on her feet, but I'd love to see her shoot a little bit more.
Right side for Pfeiffer, now up top to Tillman. A lot of movement underneath for the Falcons as they free up the outside. Tillman with it again. She'll hand it to Scott. Scott back out to Tillman, all the way over to the left side for Sarson. Now the shot clock under 10 for Pfeiffer. And a offensive foul against Pfeiffer.
Her first, team second.
So a couple of turnovers have prevented Pfeiffer from getting the lead and inching away in this thing, as here comes a 3 from Wolf. That's off the front of the rim. Trentham with the offensive board. Trentham bounce pass that back out to Powell. North Greenville starts anew. Looking over to the right side for Carter. Carter drives in. Trentham at the free throw line for 2. That's short, no good. Pfeiffer back the other way. Get it underneath to Scott, and she rattles it in. That was actually Lauren Janka, and now Pfeiffer leads at 4-2.
I was just wondering when they might start going to their height underneath the basket. It looks like they finally figured it out that that's where they need to go.
Wolf again for the 3. That's no good. And Janka, who is 6'3", able to get the rebound, no problem. Foul called underneath again as Deja Scott driving for the basket.
Number 22, Wolf.
And they catch Wolf for the foul.
First, team third.
Very unfortunate foul that time with two players on the Lady Falcon that was driving the net, but it did stop the momentum.
And Pfeiffer's off to a hot start from the line, now leading 5-2.
Number 12, Ayana Shelton. And number 34, Alicia Jones.
Couple of subs coming in for NGU. Number 12, Ayano Shelton. Second free throw is no good. Donahue on the rebound. Brings across midcourt, right side to Carter. Carter with an open lane, floats one up, battles out, no good. Carter keeps it in bounds. Trentham picks up the loose ball, and a tie-up jump ball. Arrow to Pfeiffer. So Pfeiffer leading 5-2 with the ball in the hands of Scott.
Lady Crusaders, Elizabeth Trantham, because she's going to have to start putting that ball back up. I mean, she's getting good rebounds, but she's just not putting it up.
3 on the way, and it is short, no good from Pfeiffer Sarson. Long passes forcing Pfeiffer to drop back, and Carter's called for a travel down the near side.
Traveling violation. Ball controlled by the Falcons.
Pfeiffer back with it again over the left side and move it up top. Tillman is there. Tillman fires over to Pritchard for a fadeaway 2, and Meg Pritchard, proving why she's a leading scorer for Pfeiffer, puts in 2 more there.
Yeah, she's the lady you talked about from Allen Adelaide, South Australia.
Carter able to counter for North Greenville and get North Greenville's first points on the board since about 4 minutes ago. Approaching the halfway mark of the first quarter, Pfeiffer leading 7-4. Scott blocked from behind, out of bounds off the hands of Alicia Jones, but Alicia Jones with a big-time block, stopping Pfeiffer at least for the moment.
Yeah, Meg Pritchard for the Falcons is listed at 5'11", but she's a tall 5'11".
And jumper there from Pritchard, no good. Shelton gets the rebound, takes it back the other way, over to Carter down the far side. Carter on the right side of the circle, gets the pass to Shelton. Shelton bobbles it, gets it back, goes to Trenum. Trenum puts it up from the baseline, in and good.
Yeah, that's what the Lady Crusaders needed, was to start putting that ball up and get it in the hoop.
7-6. Leads down to 1 for the Lady Falcons as Scott with it. They fling it to the left side for Pritchard. Pritchard looks back up top to Janka. Right side, over to Tillman. Now back up top for Scott. Scott one-on-one, fires it back out to Pritchard. Pritchard with the open lane, rattles it in good. Now 9-6 as Carter brings it across the midcourt stripe. Goes over right side, Shelton is there. Shelton looks underneath Donahue. Donahue creates space, lobs one up, gets the hook around to go in. Another freshman for North Greenville. She's out of Knoxville, Tennessee. 9-8, Pfeiffer once again leads by 1. They send Pritchard on a roll, they don't pass to her. As there goes Scott, she fights it inside, now passes to Pritchard. Now a 3 on the way from Sarson, can't quite get it to fall. And a whistle in the Pfeiffer end. A foul against Shelton.
12 Shelton, her first, team 4th. Media timeout.
First timeout, time called on, well, first media timeout, so time is called on the floor. With Pfeiffer leading North Greenville 9-8, 4:09 left to play here in the first quarter. So far, Pfeiffer shooting right at 50% from the floor. North Greenville only 33, 3 of 9. Missed both threes they've attempted. Right now, Pfeiffer's strength is from the free throw line, as one more foul on North Greenville put them into the bonus. Part of those revised rules for women's basketball the NCAA did a couple of years ago. Once you hit 5 team fouls, you're in the bonus for, I believe it's the rest of the quarter, and then they reset. However, the personal fouls, they don't go away.
The stat sheet showing Meg Pritchard for the Falcons with 6 points, 2 for 3 from the field goals, and 2 for 2 for the free throw line. So she's back on her regular game tonight, looks like.
Yeah, we kind of expected that looking at the stat sheet. The next person behind her in points per game average is number 22, Cindy Bickford. She's all the way. She's back 8 points at just over 10, and we haven't seen her yet on the floor. Actually, it looks like she just came in off that timeout. So the 2 leading scorers are on the floor, Pritchard and Bickford for Pfeiffer. Bickford has it, dishes to Scott. Scott is blocked by Powell. And they stop play. Let's see if they call the foul on. Not exactly sure how you could catch Powell for a foul. It looked pretty clean.
Yeah, I agree with you, Gray. It looked like a clean block, but I think she was held in after the Pfeiffer player lost control of the ball. Referees are going to talk about it now. Exactly 4 minutes left in the first period.
North Greenville has dropped back like they're ready for inbound. Foul is called against, looks like Deja Scott. It is.
Foul called number 11, Deja Scott. Her first.
That's Pfeiffer's. That's Pfeiffer as a team. That's their 3rd. They drop 1 in backcourt, try and force a turnover. North Greenville looking to get it into front court, and it's tipped and stolen by Bickford, who gets it to Tillman. Now Tillman waits for some help to catch up. Tillman almost gets it stolen away by Powell. She drives in, runs into a North Greenville defender, and gets called for the charge.
Yeah, she knew she charged that time. She told her teammates it was her fault. She just lost control going in. Went into the Lady Crusader just out of control.
Boy, give it up for number 11, Kylie Schmidt, standing her ground, taking the hit, and drawing the foul.
Now, Sydney Bickford for the Falcons is only 5'7". I suspect she's got that long shot.
Well, there's a long shot from North Greenville. Number 34, Alicia Jones, puts the Lady Crusaders back on top, 11-9. Scott with it, heads to the right, closely guarded by Wolf. Pritchard gets it and gets called for the travel.
Crusader ball.
Oh, thank you. One official said travel, and I heard called out was a 3-second violation. So.
Yeah, I think it was a travel. I saw the travel motion from the ref. I think she was just unexpectedly guarded too closely there.
North Greenville with the lead, looking to put a little distance between them and Pfeiffer as Donahue takes it on a roll, gets it back out to Jones. Jones back to Donahue, still in the corner. Now she'll drive in, bounce pass stolen by Pritchard. Pritchard's going to take it herself all the way, pulls up, now fires a pass out to the left side. 3 on the way, no good from Bickford. Rebound by Jones for NGU. She'll find Wolf. Schmidt heading underneath on the roll. They go to Donahue. Donahue one-on-one against Pritchard. Can't get it around her. And foul called against NGU on the rebound.
Foul call number 22, Michaela Wolf. Her second, team fifth.
So far, Gray, it's been a two-sided basketball game. Lady Crusaders fighting the fouls, and the Falcons fighting to put the ball in the net.
And that's North Greenville's 5th team foul, so bonus run for Pfeiffer for the final 2:50-25 of this quarter. Is first free throw rattles out, no good from Lauren Janka.
Crusaders, number 32, Cameron Carter.
Carter's back in, showing 1 foul against her. Looking for the second one, that is no good. Donahue jumps up for the rebound. She'll go to Jones. Jones back to Powell. Now Donahue again. Donahue spins around, floats one out. That's short, no good. And Jank able to get the rebound.
Ray, we've seen Donahue for the Crusaders really get hot on some games. And she hasn't shot the ball very well tonight so far, but she can catch fire at any time.
And most of that time when she catches fire, is there's another foul against North Greenville. That one is going to go against Donahue. But when Donahue is at her best, it's either at the post on the outside or up top at the top of the key.
Yeah, I believe Miss Donahue was also a player of the game in one of our games, too.
I think 2 of them. First free throw in and good from Deja Scott. And wouldn't you know it, first game of the new year, and I forget the record book where I have that written down that we keep that. So next time, Thursday, I believe.
That's all right. New year, new book.
Scott looking up for the second one, doesn't get it, so North Greenville leads by 1. Minute 50 to go here in the first quarter. Carter with a long pass over to number 23 for 3. That's no good. A rare miss from Jessica Garlington. Pfeiffer looking at taking themselves now. Network passing by the Lady Falcons as it's in the hands of Kayla Whitworth. And another foul against North Greenville. This one against Trenum. So just about every starter, I believe except one, has a foul for North Greenville. We're tied at 11 as Grayson Harris gets sent to the line for Pfeiffer.
Yeah, in 133, the North Greenville coaching staff's going to have to tell these girls, quit giving them free points at the free throw line. Those are just free ones.
Pfeiffer looking for the lead again. They don't get it, so we're tied at 11. Ball bounces in the hands of Trenum. Trenum up to Garlington. Garlington looks over to Carter, who heads toward the Pfeiffer bench. Carter changes things up, gets an open lane, gets the roll in and good.
Shot made, number 32, Cameron Carter.
Cameron Carter with 4 so far through this first quarter. Her and Donahue lead the way with 4 points each. Sarson with it for the Lady Falcons. Pass up top, Whitworth now right side over to Vivian Doer. And Doer, it's double teamed and called for the travel, trying to break free of Carter.
Crusader ball.
Good Crusader defense that time, Gray. 55 seconds to go.
Pfeiffer still only dropping 1 back. Now they force him back across midcourt. Pass to Schmidt. Schmidt over into the corner for Garlington for 3. That's too strong, no good. And now back the other way. Sarson looking to take it herself. She dishes out to Cindy Bickford for 3. And Pfeiffer's back on top.
Yeah, Sydney Bickford, I expected she would have the 3-point shot of all the girls I've seen on the floor for the Falcons. She just has that look of the 3-point shooter.
Schmidt passing up top to Trenum, and a foul called against the Falcons. And that's their 5th as a team.
Both these squads tonight, Gray, look like they're still shaking off the holiday break. I think a couple of the teams have played a couple games in January, but they just seem to be a little sluggish tonight, both sides.
Trenum ties it at 14. Before this, North Greenville played at Emmanuel, at Barton, those 2 games in the new year. Then they were at Benedict and at Mount Olive back in 2016 as Trenum gives North Greenville a lead, 15-14. Pfeiffer can hold it for the final shot of the quarter, 15 seconds to go. Try right side with Scott. Scott splits a difference, gets blocked and fouled as Trenum hacked on her arm. So 4.8 seconds to go. That will send Scott back to the line and a chance for Pfeiffer to retake the lead at the end of the quarter. First shot no good. Pfeiffer has played 3 games in 2017. They played at home against Erskine, on the road at Leeds McRae, and then their loss at King. Scott ties it at 15, so inbound by Donahue finds Carter. She gets it to midcourt, clock running down, 1 second. Carter puts it up, and it's good.
Yeah, they're counting it.
Now, was it 3 or 2?
They're going to talk about it, I think. They're giving her credit for 3.
Yeah, they are. Yes, they are. So Cameron Carter with the buzzer beater at the end of the first quarter gives North Greenville the lead, 18-15. Time called on the floor. We'll take it with them, bring it back to second quarter action here between Pfeiffer and North Greenville in women's basketball on the North Greenville Sports Network.
Welcome back to the North Greenville Sports Network. I am Dave Parson with the color tonight, Gray Sutherland on a play-by-play. Just a reminder, we thank our viewers and listeners on the North Greenville Sports Network, both our North Greenville sports fans and those viewing from our competitors. It's our goal to bring you all the action, commentary in a fair and impartial way, and to highlight the positive in both teams. Please feel free to invite friends and family to join us and contact the North Greenville Administration Office with comments and/or suggestions. Remember, you can always message us on Ustream, and when we can, we'll respond. please enjoy tonight's action on the North Greenville Sports Network.
Donahue's going to start us off with a 3 here in the second quarter. North Greenville leading 18-15. It's off the back iron, no good. A long pass down the court floor to Cindy Bickford, and Bickford misses her shot. Carter jumps up for the rebound. Suddenly a lot of brisk play here at the start of the second quarter as Carter hands it off to Schmidt. Schmidt heads off to the right side, gives it up to Shelton. Shelton, fadeaway jumper, right on target, and it's 20-15.
Yeah, that was a very pretty turnaround. Obviously, she's been practicing that one.
Now Scott slows things down for the Lady Falcons. Heads over to the right side of the circle, guarded by Schmidt and Powell. Carter goes for the steal. It's bobbled and ends up in the hands of Whitworth for Pfeiffer. Now they left a player open on the near side, and she's fouled as the three-pointer is good from Kayla Whitworth. So yeah, that basket was good.
Number 22, Sydney Bickford. And the foul is called on number 2, Grayson Harris.
And
First second, team first.
That was interesting. They count the basket for Pfeiffer and also call a foul on him. Foul against number 2, Grayson Harris. So all we can expect that occurred on the rebound. So 3 points for Pfeiffer, cuts it back to a single possession lead. As Carter goes to Shelton. Shelton up top, looks underneath to Donahue. Donahue drives in, back out. Now called for the travel before she can fire the pass away.
Ball control by the Falcons.
And another foul.
Number 11, Kylie Schmidt.
We're going to foul on Schmidt. Pfeiffer trying to work their way down the court floor.
Yeah, the Lady Crusaders must not have got the memo at the break here. Too many fouls.
Now each team with a foul. Not even a minute and a half into the quarter. As here's Pritchard at the free throw line. It's good. She's just automatic so far. Pritchard leads the way now with 8 for Pfeiffer. As it's tied at 20, here's a pass. Nice one-handed grab by Shelton, in for 2. Well, it's early and all, but that might be a good play of the game if we could do that.
Yeah, that's 2 good baskets early in this second period.
Now trying to trap on the near side, and another foul on Schmidt, trying to reach in for the ball.
Foul called number 11, Kylie Schmidt. Her second, team second.
Once again, the Lady Crusaders fouls are stopping the momentum, but I'm afraid that fouls are going to end up here putting them on the line again rather quickly.
Well, that only does you so good until you get to 5, and then you're headed. Then you're giving the other team the free throw line. Here's Pritchard with it just inside the circle. Let's see where she decides to shoot from. From the far side, yep, she's good.
Oh, she's got a beautiful shot. I love that shot. Just pull up and let it go.
First player for any team to get in double digits here tonight with 10, and we're not even at halftime. As here's Donahue all the way over to Shelton. Shelton loses it, gathers it back. Bounce pass to Mackenzie Shellnut. Now back outside the circle to Carter. Carter for a long 3 is no good.
Yeah, a little ill-advised 3 on that one. She was back at the NBA 3 line.
Pfeiffer gets it. Here with 7:30 to go in the second quarter, tied at 22. In the hands of Scott. Carter goes for the steal, gets it one-on-one with Scott. Lays it up and doesn't get the roll. Now some open ground for Pfeiffer to work with. They're on the left side with Pritchard. Pritchard back out to Bickford, 3, no good. Shelton on the rebound for NGU, back the other way with Donahue, right side. She'll pull up short. And foul called away from the ball.
Foul called number 35, named Pritchard.
It's against Pritchard.
Her first, team second. Into the game for the Crusaders, number 34, Alicia.
That's the first foul against Pritchard.
And into the game for the Falcons, number 3, Ariana Tillman, along with number 10, Bethany Sarson.
We got all twos on the board, 22-22, each team with 2 fouls.
Here's pass to Shelton. Shelton at the free throw line, looking for the lane. Shot partially blocked, and Shelton's fouled on the shot.
Yeah, with all those twos on the board, must be Tuesday.
And I guess Deuce is wild. Foul against Bethany Sarson, her first team's 3rd for Pfeiffer. And see if Shelton can break this deadlock. She can. It's 23-22.
Yeah, maybe she can make 2 free throws as well.
And that is the case. 24-22 after the 2 points from Shelton. And now another steal from Powell, and 2 more points for Devani Powell.
Yeah, give Devani Powell another steal, and this time she converted it.
And those are only her first 2 points of the game, as Pritchard runs out of real estate on the baseline, and they call it out off of NGU.
Good hustle by Donahue that time. I believe it was Donahue down on the floor, or may have been Shelton.
And Coach Harlan just telling them, watch out for Pritchard, as here comes a move by Sarson inside, shot blocked out of bounds, and it's last touch by a Lady Falcons, so back to NGU. 26-22, Lady Crusaders lead the ball game. Here's Shelton right side, fires it to Donahue at the line. They have Shellnut open, was open. Now back out to Shelton for 2, good on the line.
Good to get those 2 points, but boy, they're giving up easy baskets underneath in the paint. They got to start taking those shots.
And now foul called against Shelton. Ariana Shelton.
Team 3rd.
Ayano Shelton picks up the Crusaders' 3rd team foul, trying to go for the steal against Deja Scott. Now North Greenville's doing something I don't recall North Greenville ever doing a lot of full court press. That's what they were trying to do there. But 28-22, North Greenville leads it. Pritchard with it to Tillman, right side. Sarson, Tillman again. Pritchard over on the left side. Pritchard for 3, no good. Rebound right back into the hands of Pritchard. Offensive foul called against Pfeiffer.
Foul call number 35, and Pritchard.
Goes against Pritchard, her second.
Team 4th. Leader of the game for the Crusaders is number 21, Sierra Suggs.
21, Sierra Suggs in for North Greenville.
22,
And
Bickford.
Cindy Bickford also back in. North Greenville leading 28-22.
We'll keep an eye on the fact that Pritchard is now on the bench. It might affect their play.
Here's Shellnut left side.
Pritchard is a spark plug for that Pfeiffer team.
We'll have to see. We might get a very good look at what Pfeiffer is without one of their best players. As here comes Jones inside, puts one up, doesn't get the roll. Rebound by Janka, and she's been doing that all night. As Lauren Janka has her 5th rebound of the night. Pfeiffer looking for more points, down 6 here. As here's Bickford for 2, good from the near side.
You mentioned Lauren Janka, a 6'3" senior from Boynton Beach, Florida. Probably wishes she would be back in that warm weather.
Almost like makes those rebounds look effortless.
Yeah, she's using that 6'3" to her advantage.
Here's Jones left side for NGU underneath Donahue. Donahue crashed in on quickly. Suggs for 3, that's no good. And they call a 3-second violation against NGU.
Yeah, that time it was a 3-second. I hadn't seen many of those called. Both teams doing a pretty good job of getting in and out of the paint, but they definitely got caught that time.
Time called on the floor with 4:36 to go here in the second quarter. North Greenville trying to end the first half on a good note. Pfeiffer looking to come back and take a lead into half. As North Greenville leads at 28-24 over Pfeiffer. Be back with you just a moment here on North Greenville Sports Network.
North Greenville basketball would like to thank the store's table sponsors: Pepsi, Hampton Travelers Rest, BB&T Bank, and DLK Apparel. Thank you for your continued sponsorship of North Greenville basketball.
I just hit my rhythm, son. This is not your
4:36 left to go in the second quarter. North Greenville leading Pfeiffer 28-24 in Conference Carolinas women's basketball as they left Jonka open for two underneath the basket, and North Greenville gets called for their 14th foul, and Janka will have a three-point play coming up.
Like you mentioned, Gray, they tried that full court press, and that time the Pfeiffer Falcons definitely broke it and found that girl underneath right open for that layup.
Shot short, no good, so it's 28-26, and now Pfeiffer is going to try press. North Greenville once again easily will escape that. Carter ends up with it over on the right side. We've got Garlington waiting to come in front of the scorer's table. Over to Suggs on the left side, trying to get it to Jones on the roll, and too far in front of her. Turns it back over to Pfeiffer, 4:12 to go.
Here in the game for the Crusaders, number 23, Jessica Garlington.
North Greenville dropping 4 in backcourt. Now everybody's got to get into Pfeiffer's front court. They do so. North Greenville definitely sticking man-to-man on defense. Scott with it over to the left side for Bickford. Bickford into the corner. Starson on the way. Slings it up for Jonka, and Jonka is being left unguarded, and she's got two more for 6.
Yeah, Lauren Jonka, I think, is going to have her meal delivered underneath that basket. She's just camped out there.
Powell with it up top. Changes things up, goes to Carter left side. Carter for 3, can't get the 3 ball to fall. Loose ball on the court floor, picked up by Jones. Back out to Donahue, and a fresh shot clock for NGU. Powell back over to Carter on the left side. Pfeiffer collapses in on her. Now Garlington, who just checked in, bounces it up, and no good. I call the ball out of bounds. Back to Pfeiffer.
Interesting call that time, Gray. The ball actually was tipped out by a Pfeiffer player, but I believe it hit the shot clock, so they called it out of bounds.
Yeah, if it bounces anywhere higher in the scoreboard, if it manages to hit the score clock, it is automatically a dead ball, as that 3 is no good from Bickford. Offensive board to Pfeiffer, and Bickford gets the relay from Jonka in for 2. Pfeiffer back up 30-28. Here's Donahue underneath. Drives and gets the roll in for 2, and she'll head to the line for one more.
Foul on the shot, number 11, Deja Scott. Her second.
Just a note here, Gray. When I got to the gymnasium to see this afternoon, I was here a little early, and Bickford was on the floor all by herself, just taking shot after shot after shot. The other team was still in the dressing room.
Well, practice is about the best way to do it. The end one was no good from North Greenville. Pfeiffer gets called for a double dribble, and tied at 30 will go back to the Lady Crusaders. Carter gets a pass left side, goes underneath to Donahue. Donahue spinning for the basket, gets it in, and North Greenville's back out in front.
14, Karen Donahue.
Lady Crusaders now using that strength under the basket. I sort of was looking for that in the first period, but they've come to life now in the second period with that.
Scott with it up top for Pfeiffer, drives down the middle lane, blocked from behind, but fouled.
Foul called number 34, Alicia Jones. Her second, team 5th.
Now both teams have 5 team fouls, so any foul from here on out for the final 2:03 will send somebody to the line, as Scott is good on the first shot.
Entering the game for the Falcons, number 23, Kayla Whitworth.
And Pfeiffer really should have the lead, 30. The scoreboard saying tied at 32. Another turnover forced by Pfeiffer. See if they can put it into for the lead. Offensive board into the hands of Whitworth, into the corner for Bickford for 3. That's no good. Another offensive board, that's 2 here on this possession for Pfeiffer. Back over left side, Bickford, another 3, misses that one too. A third offensive board, Whitworth has gotten 2 of them. Bickford can't get the roll for 2. And Pfeiffer's called for the foul.
Foul call number 3, Ariana Tillman, her third.
3 offensive rebounds on that, all on that possession for Pfeiffer.
Jessica Garlington the line for 2.
Garlington was fouled. She'll head to the line for 2.
This Bickford is a little bit frustrated with herself. All that practicing before the game started. And she's disappointed that those shots are rimming out.
Garlington gets the first one. And North Greenville retakes the lead, 33-32.
Falcons number 2, Grayson Harris.
Can't get the second one, so it's a 1-point lead, minute 30 to go here until half. Sarson over on the right side, up top to Scott. Scott trying to hand it off, luckily gets that one to Sarson. Gets it back to Scott, Scott drives in. 2 defenders stick with her, ball's bobbled, rolls out of bounds. And back to North Greenville.
Yeah, I believe Bickford kicked that ball out, it went off her foot. Lady Crusaders, 1:08 to go in the half here.
Inbound goes to Powell. Now here's Donahue with it up top. Donahue looking for a lane. Going up against Grayson Harris. Gets around Harris. Puts too much juice behind the shot. The rebound is good. The rebound shot is good from Alicia Jones, and she'll head to the line for one more.
Sydney Bickford, her first.
And no good off the front iron. 50 seconds to go here. Pfeiffer with it in the hands of Scott. Over right side to Whitworth. Back up top, look at Scott. Scott trying to spin around Powell. They hand it off. Sarson looking for that open lane. Gets it back out to Bickford for 3. That's good.
Yeah, she finally got her 3 to fall. She was practicing that way early today.
Now Pfeiffer leaves Garlington open. Garlington gets it back to Carter. Carter moves in, puts too much juice behind that one. And now Pfeiffer escapes down the near court side. Here's Sarson again. Sarson down the middle, fouled, and she'll head to the line.
Foul call number 23, Jessica Garlington, her first.
Old basketball rule, Gray. Try to score when the clock's stopped. That's what they're doing.
Well, best opportunities to. Pfeiffer back on top. Bethany Sarson gives the Lady Falcons the lead, 36-35, and Pfeiffer takes a timeout.
13.1 on the clock. We'll see if Carter's got another last-second three-pointer coming in her. Watch, see if the ball goes to her when they do get possession back.
We'll have to draw up another one. So here's the way the Conference Carolina standings look. Mount Olive leads the way with a 6-1 record. They're actually tied with King. Those two teams are tied atop the conference standings. Limestone a game back at 5-1. Belmont Abbey's a game back of Limestone in 4th. And right now, Pfeiffer is in what would be that 8th and final playoff spot you got to be in to make the conference tournament. North Greenville has some ground to make up. Getting a win here tonight would certainly help, as that would put them in a tie for 9th with Converse. The shot is good from Sarson, 37-35. As Donahue gets the inbound pass, 7 seconds to go. Over to the right side, they give it to Carter. Carter's going to drive in for 2 this time, and she hits it again.
Well, like you said, Gray, that's the way they drew it up. She was in the corner. Carter was in the corner for a few seconds, and then she came out to the top, almost to the key, And unfortunately, she was inside the line for 2, but she definitely got that one to go once again.
So Cameron Carter draws North Greenville even with Pfeiffer, tied at 37. While the men's team warms up, while both men's teams warm up for their game coming up later on tonight, we'll step away and bring you back with numbers, notes, and more, including the second half of Pfeiffer and North Greenville in women's basketball here on the North Greenville Sports Network.
Wild Mustangs. They're supposed to be one of the most gentle creatures in nature. Really? I read that once.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
They're supposed to be one of the most gentle creatures in nature. Really? I don't know, I read that once.
That's why more people save money by combining their home and auto with State Farm. Here to help life go right. State Farm.
Talk to State Farm agent Tiffany Friel in Landrum today.
Hunter back under center. He's in the shotgun this time. He'll fake the handoff, throws, pass complete to his man at the 25, 30, 35, 40. Gone to midfield and into Citadel territory. Running free is number 12, and that will be a touchdown for North Greenville as Javon Smith goes the distance.
Looked like 99 yards on the play, Gray.
Picked back up by Bell, who never gave up on it. Now gets it to Randolph. Randolph across midfield, flips it up to Safransky. Safransky into the attack zone to Warren. Warren takes a shot, got it!
Oh, great goal, great goal. Nothing but passing, very little running. The winning goal. And the Crusaders are running down the field to congratulate their goalie. Mars Hill is trying to figure out what just happened. Played a tremendous game. But unfortunately, it just took about 24 seconds for North Greenville Crusaders to pull this one out.
That was a fantastic play setup. Drew Warren came running on the fly. Scores with not much time needed off the clock. North Greenville wins at 7-6.
Ahead of what it was.
Shinzing back to serve, sends it in to Martinez. Lutz goes back to set it near side, and Tinsky. Arliss gets the dig. Here's Ryan, bounced off the block. Again, Tinsky gets to it loose, tries to go quick hit, and he's blocked by Childs. Boy, Childs has been a wonderful addition to this team. Good tackle there by number 10, Lobby. Picks it up. Now they go far side. Sakar, long shot, and into the net off the post.
After 2 shots went over the crossbar, that one finally hit it and bounced down into the back of the net. That is an equalizer. 2-2. Crusaders tie the game with just under 19 minutes to play.
I believe the temperature says it is 48 degrees now, but it feels still significantly colder than that. Punt is up, and it's blocked.
Blocked, and North Greenville is going to take it all the way for a touchdown.
That was number 43, Dalton Pilgrim there with the big touchdown return.
We'll wait for the live stats to see who actually blocked the punt, but a huge, huge play for North Greenville.
Top of the key, drives in, puts it up, missed the jam! It's rebounded by McElroy, picked up by Blyden. He gets it to Reeves, Reeves to Frella Brown, in for 2-point yes! And with 1.9 seconds left, Phillip Brown gives North Greenville the lead. They bring pressure. Hunter looks to throw, stands in a pocket, lobs it up, has a man wide open, complete, and Rook stumbling for the end zone, got it.
Yeah, he's there. Boy, that was the post play.
The 1-0 from Rogers. This one into center field. It's going to get down. They're waving the runner around. Here comes Kilman on the throw to home. Roach tags. She's out.
Game over. Game over. What a throw.
Greer Kilman from center field rings up Walker. Ball game. And nobody out. Here's the pitch. Dilworth pops it straight up in the air. This one's going to go into shallow right. Will Robinson be able to score? He'll tag. He'll go to home. Here's the relay to the plate. And he's safe! Robinson tags and scores.
What a hard-fought game. Crusaders finally come through 5-4 and took a long time to do it.
Looks like the tight end, Ricky De Los Santos, they'll bring him in here in this pistol set. Bunch formation, 2 receivers to the far side from the 33. First play, handoff to Ashton Hurd, straight up the middle. Hurd with a big hole to the 40, to the 30, 25, 20, 15, and Ashton Hurd foot race to the end zone, dives to the pylon, he's in.
There's that speed we talked about. Said they were going to run the ball a lot. They were going to give it to Ashton Hurd and let his speed take over the game. And 19 seconds in.
One play is all North Greenville needs, and Ashton Hurd takes it 67 yards for a score.
As they come in to 17 seconds.
And might have a last-second attempt. And off the post, in! North Greenville wins just like that.
Oh, what an amazing play, amazing play.
Off both posts and goes in.
I think we can say that's the first time that's ever happened in North Greenville men's soccer history. Both posts for a game winner.
Oh my goodness. Brevard dejected, understandably so. A crushing loss for them, but what a win for the Crusaders. This one crushed, and it is over the wall. That is a home run, a 2-run homer. North Greenville now leading at 13-10.
Beside Hunter. Hunter will take the snap, steps up in the pocket, throws over the middle on the slant, caught by Mason Sanders. Sanders dragging defenders with him to the 20, to the 15, pile going forward. Sanders trying to break free inside the 10. They push the pile down to the 5.
And they've been waiting all day for Sanders. They've held pass interference not called. They've held him, they've jostled him, and he finally got one, which is his favorite receiver anyway, and he dragged the defender 15 yards down the field.
He dragged everybody for 15 yards down the field. 2 receivers right again. Hunter back under center. Or he's in the shotgun this time. He'll fake the handoff, throws, pass complete to his man at the 25-30, 35-40. Gone to midfield and into Citadel territory. Running free is number 12, and that will be a touchdown for North Greenville as Javon Smith goes the distance.
Looked like 99 yards on the play, Gray.
It's picked back up by Bell, who never gave up on it. Now gets it to Randolph. Randolph across midfield, flips it up to Safransky. Safransky into the attack zone to Warren. Warren takes a shot, got it!
Oh, great goal, great goal. Nothing but passing, very little running. The winning goal. And the Crusaders are running down the field to congratulate their goalie. Mars Hill is trying to figure out what just happened. Played a tremendous game. But unfortunately, it just took about 24 seconds for North Greenville Crusaders to pull this one out.
That was a fantastic play setup. Drew Warren came running on the fly. Scores with not much time needed off the clock. North Greenville wins at 7-6.
Ahead of what it was.
Shinzing back to serve. Sends it in to Martinez. Lutz goes back to set it near side. And Tinsky. Arliss gets the dig. Here's Ryan. Bounced off the block. Again, Tinsky gets to it loose. Tries to go quick hit. And he's blocked by Childs. Boy, Childs has been a wonderful addition to this team.
Good tackle there by number 10, Lobby. Picks it up. Now they go far side. Sakar, long shot, and into the net off the post.
After 2 shots went over the crossbar, that one finally hit it and bounced down into the back of the net. That is an equalizer. 2-2. Crusaders tie the game with just under 19 minutes to play.
I believe the temperature says it is 48 degrees now, but it feels still significantly colder than that. Punt is up. And it's blocked.
Blocked, and North Greenville's going to take it all the way for a touchdown.
That was number 43, Dalton Pilgrim there with the big touchdown return.
We'll wait for the live stats to see who actually blocked the punt, but a huge, huge play for North Greenville.
And we're back on the North Greenville Sports Network. Gray Sutherland on play-by-play, and I'm Dave Parson on the color tonight. Some first half numbers on the field goal. North Greenville 14 for 31 at 45.2%. Pfeiffer was even 12 for 24 at an even 50%. 3-point field goal, 3 for Pfeiffer out of 10, and North Greenville 2 out of 9. Free throws, Pfeiffer's leading in category, 10 out of 18. A lot of fouls on North Greenville. And North Greenville 7 out of 10. Rebounds, Pfeiffer got a lot of offensive rebounds. They have 24. North Greenville at 14. Turnovers, Pfeiffer 13. North Greenville 9. Largest lead for North Greenville was 6 points in the second half. And for Pfeiffer, they had a 5-point lead in the first period. The scoring for North Greenville is pretty much even. Most of the players are 9 or 8. There's a couple with a 2 or 4 or 5 points maybe. And Sydney Bickford is leading Pfeiffer with 13 points. Meg Pritchard, who had a lot of layups, she's at 10 points right now. And they've got 4 other players that have scored on the Pfeiffer team. We're just about ready for the second half. The possession arrow is still pointing to the Falcons.
And here in this second half, somebody's got to break something wide open. And right now, I'm looking at the category that might have the best bet at breaking it open. Are those 3-pointers? Somebody has got to come out, start making 3-pointers. North Greenville's only got 2 of them. Pfeiffer's only got 3. Like you said, Dave, somebody's got to come out and start making 3-pointers, and that's probably going to be the difference at the end of this game.
Yeah, for Pfeiffer, I think that's going to be number 22, Sydney Bickford. Like I said earlier, she just has that look of a 3-point shooter.
Turnover-wise, North Greenville winning the turnover battle 9-13. As we are underway here in the third quarter, Pfeiffer gets us started off. And a quick 3-pointer taken by Pritchard. Clangs off the rim, no good. Rebound by Donahue. Donahue over to number 22 for North Greenville, looking at Michaela Wolf. Wolf to the right side for Carter. On the run goes Trenum, up for 2. That's no good. Offensive board and a foul called as Wolf draws the foul underneath.
Foul call number 3, Ariana Tillman, her 4th.
It was great anticipation by Michaela Wolf that time. Get that rebound, put that ball right back up, and draw that foul.
So Wolf to the line, first team foul of the quarter against Pfeiffer. And the fourth foul against Tillman. So that's some foul trouble here early for Pfeiffer.
Yeah, you mentioned 3-pointers. Miss Bickford's back in for Pfeiffer now.
Wolf 2 for 2 on that trip. North Greenville takes the lead, 39-37. And Ariana Tillman has 4 fouls for Pfeiffer, so that's the biggest point of foul trouble right now for either team, as here's Bickford right side. Can't create space between her and Powell. Drives in, dishes out over to Sarson. Sarson on the right side. Shot clock running down on Sarson, bobbles the ball, gets it back, and tries to get it underneath, can't get the shot away. It's partially blocked and rebounded by Wolf. Wolf long down to Donahue, over the head of Pritchard. Donahue loses it, and it's picked up by Bickford. Now here's Scott, and she runs into Michaela Wolf. And they call Wolf for the foul. That was very, very close on being an inadvertent elbow. So Pfeiffer keeps the ball. And here's Bickford over the right side for Pritchard. Pritchard up top, Janka left side, Bickford, no open room, gets it to Pritchard as she'll hit the jumper. That's no good. Rebound by Wolf. Wolf brings it into front court, passes over right side to Carter. Now Carter steps away from the circle for a moment. Now trying to get around Bickford, lobs it up and in, good.
Yeah, Carter saw that lane just open wide up for nothing but net.
Pfeiffer has yet to score this quarter as North Greenville leads 41-37. We're almost 2 minutes in. Scott out to Janka. Janka reels it in. Gets it to Sarson. Sarson for 3. That's no good. Rebound by Carter. Carter tries the middle, looks for the basket, block, gets her on rebound, hangs on to it on the out of bounds line as she looks around, lobs it up to Powell. Powell takes a few steps back, now drives around Trenum, uses her as a pick. Back out to Wolf, 3, left side. That is good.
Yeah, beautiful shot. Look at that 3-pointer. Another one like that, and I look for a Pfeiffer timeout.
44-37, the largest lead for any team so far. As here comes Pritchard. Pritchard fadeaway jumper, no good. And Pritchard, who was automatic in the first quarter, suddenly gone cold. Here's Wolf right side, looks underneath for Donahue, and Donahue's fouled. Like an over the back call against Scott.
Yeah, Pritchard ran into Trantham that time back on the other end of the court and just laid it right out. And I thought there was going to be a foul called on that.
I thought there was too, because I was looking right at it.
Yeah, it looked pretty clean. Just she ran into the block.
Carter gets the inbound, then she's fouled, and this one will be a shooting foul.
Yeah, it was an interesting play that time by Carter. A schoolyard play where you bounce it off the back of the defender and come in and get your own inbound pass.
Second foul against Lauren Janka.
Correction, Lauren Janet.
Well, maybe it wasn't a shooting foul. All right, so Carter inbounds. Here comes Wolf for three, and she hits it again.
Boy, the Lady Crusaders are getting hot. That's at least 2 or 3 threes in this third period.
And Michaela Wolf has 2 of them, and there's your timeout. Lady Falcons take a timeout. North Greenville leading by 10, 47-37.
Now we'll watch again, Gray, like we've watched for the last couple of years, how these timeouts have changed momentum. We'll see if it works again, this time for the Falcons and Pfeiffer.
Yeah, it's been interesting to see how timeouts affect things in basketball, because we're well aware how they swing in volleyball, but with basketball being split into quarters instead of sets, it's a little interesting to see how things like that work out.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that for you.
And here's another thing. Pfeiffer still hasn't scored this quarter. It's been a 10-0 run for North Greenville to start off this third quarter. Pfeiffer hasn't scored in 3+ minutes. Scott with it now, trying to get around Wolf, who's suddenly heated up. Goes over to Pritchard for three. Can they end the drought? No. Carter tips it up and out of bounds off Pfeiffer.
Crusader ball.
There's Carter with it in front court. Fires over right side to Powell. Powell looking, finds Wolf. A third three. That's wide right, no good. Still a 10-point lead for North Greenville. Here comes Scott in the front court for Pfeiffer. Scott running out of real estate, fires a pass to Bickford. Bickford up top to Whitworth. Whitworth now goes back to Bickford on the left side. Back up top, Whitworth, right side Pritchard. Pritchard drives down the middle, lobs it up, is good, and one more.
They have made number 35, Nate Pritchard.
I believe the Falcons, Ms. Pritchard, has decided that she's going to take this team on her shoulders now. Start putting some points on the board.
So Pritchard will head to the line for and one. As speaking of one, only one Lady Crusader who has seen the court floor tonight, as the and one is good from Pritchard, has not had a foul. Donahue just picked up her first. Mackenzie Shellnut is the only Lady Crusader tonight who has seen any sort of time on the floor who does not have a foul. As here's Trenum underneath, over the head of Janka, can't get it to fall. And now suddenly Pfeiffer is going to see if they can create a comeback here. 47-40, middle lane, dish out, Janka with it. Bickford outside, three, that's good. I almost thought that was coming back out.
Yeah, it looked like it. There's your momentum swing too, Gray.
47-43. Now North Greenville hasn't scored in a couple of minutes. As here comes Powell dishing out to Trenum. Trenum looks, takes it in the paint. She's blocked, and now Pfeiffer gets it back. Over to Pritchard right side. All the way across the circle to Bickford for three. That's good.
Yeah, it looks like another play like that, and we'll have the Lady Crusaders having timeout. Try to swing this momentum back again.
Yeah, this momentum has suddenly swung back and forth so very violently. It's almost like the weather patterns in South Carolina. Shot missed, no good for North Greenville. Pfeiffer coming back from a 10-0 run for North Greenville to start the quarter, looking for the lead. Here's Janka for two. That's no good. Offensive board. And Pfeiffer wants the foul, and it looks like they'll get it.
First second, team third.
Powell on the foul. And free throws will be coming up for, I believe, Kayla Whitworth.
Yeah, and there's that Lady Crusaders timeout, Greg.
A
10-point run for the Crusaders to start the third period, followed by a 9-point run for the Falcons. Definitely a quarter now of streaks. We'll see if this thing can turn around again, follow the same pattern, give the Lady Crusaders the momentum back.
And Cindy Bickford came in, mentioned her at the top of the broadcast, mentioned she came in averaging just over 10 points. It was Pritchard who was leading the way by far. Well, right now it's a bit of role reversal as Bickford is pulled away. She has 19 now for Pfeiffer. Pritchard with 13. Carter just hit double digits for North Greenville with 11. And behind her, Donahue, Powell, and Shelton each have 8, but we haven't seen Shelton for the second half.
Now, Sydney Bickford is showing that all this practice that she did early is paying off now. And she did have the look of the three-point shooter, and she's hitting a couple threes now. So Sydney Bickford is starting to come alive. 19 points. She's leading the team for the Falcons.
Pfeiffer's going to be looking for the lead to counter a 10-0 run with what might become an 11-0 run. First shot no good, so a tie is their best bet. Can't get the second one either, but an offensive board to Bickford. Janka up top, now Scott. Pfeiffer set things up. North Greenville guarding in a 3-2 zone. They're not coming outside of the circle as here's Bickford, fires away for 3. That's no good. And Carter gets away with the rebound. 3-on-2 as Carter puts it up, no good. Pfeiffer with Scott, now one-on-one with Pritchard. She'll pull up over Donahue, that's no good. It's out of bounds off of NGU. Jones the last to touch it.
That was unfortunate for the Lady Crusaders because Jones watched it go out of bounds thinking that it had come off of a Pfeiffer player. The referee saw it differently.
Entering the game for the Falcons, number 10, Bethany Sarson.
Pfeiffer on the inbound. Bickford, corner 3. That's no good. Janka on the rebound. Off the backboard, no good. Donahue gets the rebound. Bobbles it to Powell. Powell will bring it into front court. North Greenville leading by 1. 47-46, 3:40 to go here in the third quarter. Bounce pass over to Wolf. Wolf gets out of the trap on the right side, gets it back to Powell. Powell goes over to Wolf, foul away from the ball against Pfeiffer.
Ray, I'm impressed with Sydney Bickford for Pfeiffer. She's obviously got the green light from the coach now.
Swing away.
Oh yeah, just let them go, and your percentages are going to catch up with you.
Here's Wolf on a corner 3. That's no good. Donahue with the offensive rebound. Can she get 2? Yes.
14, Aaron Donahue.
49-46. North Greenville leads by 3. North Greenville going for the half-court trap. Pfeiffer gets out of it. Bounce pass underneath to Janka for 2. It's good. And it's back to a 1-point lead. There's Powell with it again for NGU. Under 3 minutes to go here in the third. Powell, good dribbling, gets a screen set by Shelton. Shelton, now she'll try to go to Shelton. Pritchard kept that in bounds. Now Pritchard over to Bickford. Back to Sarson. Sarson at the top of the circle, fires it left. Over to Whitworth. Whitworth back outside to Bickford. Bickford drives down the middle, put the shot up, in and good.
22, Sydney Bickford.
Yeah, I think I may have called this a little early. I thought possibly Pritchard might take the team on, but it looks like it's going to be Sydney Bickford right now.
That was Jones on the missed 3 for North Greenville. Now here comes Bickford again. Fires a pass over for a long 2 is no good from Whitworth. Rebound into the hands of Jones. North Greenville got Kylie Schmidt ready to come in at the next dead ball. Wolf over to Donahue. Donahue wide open lane, shot short and fouled.
Foul call number 23, Kayla Whitworth. Her first.
Foul on Whitworth, that's her first.
Aaron Donahue to the line.
And now every Lady Falcon that has seen time on the floor tonight, except for one, has a foul. The only one that doesn't is Vivian Doer. As Donahue, no good on the first one.
I know the stat sheet doesn't show it, but I'd like to know if number 32, Lauren Janka, is left-handed. It would definitely make a difference on the defense because she's been scoring from the left side of the basket.
Donahue hits on the second one. We're tied at 50.
And you're in the game for Crusaders.
And Lauren Janka is hunting a double-double tonight. She only needs one more rebound and 2 more points. Here comes Scott in the front court for the Lady Falcons. Bounce pass underneath to Whitworth. Whitworth to Pritchard. Pritchard splits the difference, misses a shot. Shelton on the rebound. Back the other way for NGU. Forward to Jones. Good flip there to Schmidt. Back to Jones. Batted out of bounds by Pfeiffer's Whitworth.
Yeah, good defense by the Falcons that time. And also for North Greenville, there was one too many passes, I think.
Jones gets it out to Wolf. Wolf looking, gets Powell on the run. Powell stops, gives it up to Schmidt. Schmidt over to the left side for Jones. Jones back over right side, Wolf. Wolf around Janka and in for 2.
Good finger roll that time underneath.
Yes, it was.
1 minute to go in the third quarter. 52-50 in favor of the Lady Crusaders.
Scott Witt brings it into front court again for the Lady Falcons. Fires pass right side, Pritchard. Up top to Whitworth. Whitworth scans the situation, goes to Pritchard. 3 is good. Well, let's see how they mark it. I thought it was 3. They counted as 2. 3-second difference between the 2 clocks. We're tied at 52. North Greenville's going to have to take one more shot as here comes Powell to float one up and get it in. Good. Now they're going to give it to Pfeiffer. Can Pfeiffer hit the last second buzzer? Cameron Carter's 2 for 2 today on the last second buzzer as here comes Scott. 5 seconds on the clock and fouled. If Schmidt doesn't foul her, I hate to say it, but that was a necessary foul because if Schmidt doesn't reach in and grab her, then it's an easy score.
Yeah, we may still be tied at the end of this period. Even with a couple runs, 10 and 9 on both teams, looks like we're going to end up pretty close to being tied here if we don't get tied with these free throws.
That's the second foul, or no, third foul against Schmidt. North Greenville with 5 team fouls for the quarter. First one good from Scott. And she has 6 on the night.
And number 32, Cameron Carter.
Will we end up in a tie? Yes, we are tied at 54.
Entering the game for the Falcons, number 22, Sydney Bickford.
Well, 3.9 seconds left. Carter looks like she's going to get ready to get the inbound. Carter gets it. 3 seconds. She takes off. 2 seconds. 1 second. Carter floats one up. No good, and they looked like they were waving the basket off before.
They waved it off, yeah. She got just enough defense in her face to delay that last second shot. It didn't go in, but she come off a close. Apparently that's one of the game plans tonight too, is give the ball to Carter at the end of each period.
Now Cameron Carter's got 11 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist for North Greenville. And we're going to have ourselves a ball game coming down to the wire, tied at 54 between Pfeiffer and North Greenville. Time called on the court floor. We'll take it with them here on the North Greenville Sports Network.
Yeah, we'll be back with you in just a second. A good crowd here tonight. We appreciate you joining us on the North Greenville Sports Network. And we will take a short time out here, and we'll be back with you in just 1 minute.
Fourth and final quarter in Conference Carolinas basketball. North Greenville taking on Pfeiffer here at home, trying to pick up a much-needed conference win as Donahue gets the Lady Crusaders off on the right foot for the quarter. 56-44, NGU leads it. And now Jank at the other end can't get the 2 points she needs. And now a long pass down to Donahue, one-on-one, outruns her defender and gets 2 more.
Yeah, the referee was right there. He said it was no carry on that play, so the basket counted.
Well, North Greenville started off the third quarter with a big run. Pfeiffer came right back. Let's see what Pritchard does here. Free throw line jumper, no good. Powell on the rebound. Long pass down to Wolf. Wolf hauls it in, back up top side to Powell. Powell looks around. Motions to Trenum. Trenum on the run. Goes right side to Wolf. Wolf back up top, Carter. Carter spins around down the middle. She'll push one up, can't get the roll. It's out of bounds off of NGU. Ariana Tillman, who has 4 fouls for Pfeiffer, is back in.
Well, yeah, I've got to give a call out to Elizabeth Trantham on that last time down for Pfeiffer. She blocked out in the paint, which allowed North Greenville to get that rebound.
8:38 to go here in the fourth. Start of the fourth quarter as Pritchard has her pass tipped and batted in the air by Powell on the steal. Powell pulls up short on the right side of the circle. Sets things up with Wolf up top. Now over to Donahue left side. Donahue looking over to Carter. Bounce pass underneath to Trenum instead. Trenum one-on-one with Janka. Blocked and fouled.
Yeah, referee said she got her on the arm. The Lady Crusaders are going to try to get 2 free ones here now.
Janka's third, team's first. Trenum to the line. And first one rattles in.
Got the home court roll on that shot.
And then some. Looking for 2, got it. 60-54, North Greenville leads. Free throws are always so tedious. As here's Pritchard with it, right side over to Scott. Scott drives in, flushes one up, good. 60-56. Those are the first points of the fourth quarter for Pfeiffer. But once they get going in a hurry. As here's Donahue, pushes one up, too strong. Jank on the rebound. That's her 10th. And now loose ball, controlled by Pfeiffer. North Greenville wanting a travel, no such thing forthcoming. As Pfeiffer controls it with Bickford. Bickford can change this game around. Does Powell? Nope, that's Carter on the steal. Carter has the ball knocked away from her, tries the shot anyway, rebounded by Wolf, and Wolf's fouled.
Good team hustle by the Lady Crusaders that time after stealing that ball. Everybody kicked it into gear and headed down to the basket.
Team second. Cameron Carter.
Wolf at the line, no good on the first one. Second foul against Bickford, second team foul as well for the quarter. Second one is good, so it's 61-56. Right now that foul count is in favor of North Greenville. 3 previous quarters it hasn't been.
Yeah, the North Greenville Lady Crusaders, they've really tightened up their defense and avoided the fouls now.
Here's Bickford driving in, now fires it back out to Scott over right. Back up top, Bickford for 3. That's no good. Offensive board, foul called as Tillman came running in on the rebound, and that's close quarters for Tillman.
Her third, team first.
Devontae Powell gets the foul. North Greenville's first of the team for the quarter, sends Tillman to the line. First one in and good. Pfeiffer shooting only 56% from the line. They need to improve that here in this quarter as a second one. They're on their way to at 61-58.
Pfeiffer showing a very weak full court press that time.
There's Carter with it over right. Trenum also up top. Wolf and Donahue left. Carter, nice no-look pass to Powell, who heads around her defender, gets too much off the roll. Now Pfeiffer can tie this here. They've got the weapons to do it. And the shot missed, no good from Scott for 2. Now a long pass down to Donahue, snuck past Pritchard, pulls up short and gets it in for 2.
Great fast break by the Lady Crusaders that time. Good heads-up play, looking up the court, seeing the breakaway player.
And that ended a scoring drought for North Greenville, and timeout Pfeiffer. They have 2 left. North Greenville has 3 timeouts left.
Timeout, home by the Falcons.
Certainly an interesting contest between Pfeiffer and North Greenville. Lady Crusaders lead 63-58. Donahue leading the way for North Greenville, 15. And it's still Bickford leading the way for Pfeiffer with 21. And Lauren Janka still needs 2 more points for a double-double tonight. Donahue needs 4 more rebounds. Maybe, maybe not, could do that. It's entirely possible. Michaela Wolf and Cameron Carter each have 11. Put them in double figures tonight in points. And not too far behind them, Ayano Shelton has 8, but we still haven't seen Shelton for this half.
Yeah, I wonder if something's going on there. Also, we were talking about Karen Donahue for the Lady Crusaders, about how she had a slow start, and she was our player of the game a couple times possibly. With 17 points now, she looks like she's really pushing for that.
She's at least a 2-time player of the game, that's for sure. Only a freshman too, lots of freshman talent on this North Greenville squad. Don't let the record dismay you. This team has got to be on the up and up next few years actually. Here comes Scott down the middle, foul called, missed the shot. She'll head to the line for 2. Who's the foul on? It's on Donahue, her second, and also team second. Tui Loy trying to keep his Lady Falcons in this thing. First free throw in and good. Now Pfeiffer's picking up their free throws here in the 4th quarter. Back to a 3-point lead for North Greenville. Donahue slings the inbound over to Carter. And North Greenville looks like they're in some chew clock mode, as here comes Wolf. Wolf over to Donahue. Donahue drives inside, looks out right to Carter. Carter for 3, hand in her face, doesn't get it. Rebound by the Falcons. They've got Help down the right side. Sarson around Carter. Lobs it up. No good. Another offensive board. Janka can't get it for her double-double. Rebound by Carter. Long pass over to Wolf. Wolf for a deep two. That's good.
Yeah, Janka on that last possession for Pfeiffer caught herself on the right side of the net, and I think she's more comfortable on this left side.
You know who else we haven't seen this half for North Greenville? Jessica Garlington. Garlington only has 1 point and another foul against North Greenville. Now, I spoke too soon about the foul numbers. It's against Trenum. It's her third and team's third as well. High inbound sails to Scott. Near side corner, drives in, bumps into Trenum. No, nothing called. Loose ball on the floor. Who's going to pick it up? It's still loose, and somehow Pfeiffer gets away with it. No, it's not done yet. Powell continues to chase after it and gets whacked from behind by Bickford.
And Trenum is injured on the other end too, Gray. I think she tweaked an ankle just a little bit. She's trying to walk it off.
She's up and moving. That's one good thing.
I think when she came down for that rebound, she actually landed on another player's foot and turned that ankle a little bit.
Looks like Coach Arledge has a sub ready to come in if need be. As Powell at the line makes the first one, and the buzzer went off. It should be 2 shots. Well, now 1 shot. Looks like they give Powell the point.
Correction, foul call number 22, Sydney Bickford. Her third, team third.
Okay, that's what it was. It was confusion on who the foul was called on.
4:45 now left in the game. And Pfeiffer has now reached exactly their team average for the year. I think it's like 60.2 is the actual average score that they've shown for their season. And they're now at 60, so they're right at their season average.
Foul credited to Bickford, her third. Pfeiffer's team, as a team, their third as well.
Little disagreement with the officials. I think one wants pepperoni and one just wants cheese. So.
Don't know what's going on. They took the point off the board too.
During the game for the Falcons is number 35, Meg Pritchard.
Life stats behaving slowly again, so scoreboard showing 66-60. We'll go with that. Powell hits another one. It's 67-60.
I wonder if they took that point off because of the buzzer, Greg.
It'd be an interesting situation. I don't think any time I've watched a basketball game, the buzzer hasn't gone off in the middle of a free throw. As here's a shot in and good from Ariana Tillman. 4:30 to go. Dave, we're under 5 minutes.
Yeah, there's that 5-minute mark. You're very astute at looking for that 5-minute mark. That's where the teams just kind of one goes away, or it really becomes an interesting game at 5 minutes to go.
It's either going to be a great comeback or hammer down. Here's Carter at the free throw line for 2. Too strong. Offensive board goes to Tillman. And, almost went for the steal and didn't get it. Was Wolf. And some nice moves at the other end for Pfeiffer by Scott. Goes for naught as her shot rattles off the left side. No good. Into the corner for Carter underneath Donahue. Puts one up, in and good.
Number 14, Karen Donahue.
Neither team can really afford to foul. Only one to give. As here's Bickford left side up top. Now they go right over to Scott. Underneath, Janka for 2. She's fouled. So she'll head to the free throw line to try and get her double-double tonight. It's against Alicia Jones for NGU. Her third and team's fourth.
Noticed again that Janka was on the right side of the net and she missed that layup. I think there's something there that she's left-handed or something. We'll see on this free throw. Yeah, she is left-handed.
Gets the first one. That's 9.
Yeah, that's why she likes that left side of that net.
And Lauren Jenka has picked up 10 points tonight, 11 rebounds for a Lady Falcon double-double. (69-64). And my goodness, Pfeiffer crashes in, and they get the turnover as Wolf gets called for the travel.
Yeah, unfortunately she had no help. Everybody else had already hit at the other end.
Entering the game for the Falcons, number 32, Lauren Jenka.
Well, Jenka went right out after her free throws. Now she's right back in. Pfeiffer on the inbound. Pritchard tipped up, and Wolf won't lose this one. Wolf, long pass right side over to Carter. Carter dribbles inside, goes to Jones for 2, and good.
Great play by Cameron Carter that time. Unselfish play, get that ball under the basket. Easy 2 points.
Now give 2 to Jones and the assist to Carter. Under 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Here's Pfeiffer. They send Pritchard on the roll, and Pritchard, we haven't called her name a lot in the second half, but there's one.
Yeah, that's a shot. She just doesn't miss that layup.
Pritchard has 17 now on the night, as has to shift back to defense to guard Wolf. Wolf looking around, looking to use a screen as Carter. Now Carter backs out of it. Wolf looking, spins around Pritchard, puts a shot up, no good. Pritchard gets the rebound. And here comes Scott, over to Tillman. Tillman, left side, Bickford tipped out of bounds by Wolf, and you have a feeling if Bickford gets that one in her hands, it's going to be a three-pointer.
30-second timeout called by the Crusaders.
And a 30-second timeout taken by Coach Arledge, so that should leave each team with 2. Gonna double check that. Well, both teams huddle up for these timeouts. North Greenville leading 71-66.
And North Greenville, Michaela Wolf has really come alive here in the 4th period. She's been kind of quiet through the game, but she is doing much better now. She's up to 11 points. So she got 5 rebounds and a couple steals in there. But she's had a pretty good game tonight too.
And it looks like live stats have gone down with 6 minutes to go in the quarter.
Possession arrow still pointing to Pfeiffer. 71-66, Lady Crusaders. Now 2:14 showing on the clock in the game.
All right, inbound finds Scott. Sets a screen with Pritchard. Out to the right side corner, shot no good. Pritchard gets the rebound, falls down in traffic, and a foul called against Wolf. Almost thought that was going to be a jump ball.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, Gray. That's what I thought the referee was looking to see if they both had possession. But they called the Lady Crusader foul anyway.
Well, Pritchard couldn't go anywhere. She was down on her side looking around for somebody to pass it to. And Wolf called for North Greenville's 15th foul as Pritchard at the line returns to her scoring ways. Looking to make it a single possession game, 71-67 right now. 71-68. Donahue with a good bounce pass from Powell down to Wolf. Wolf hauls it in. Now Wolf backs out. Pfeiffer still has a foul to give, presuming it's not a shooting foul.
Yeah, Lady Crusaders milking the clock now.
Under 2 minutes to go. Wolf drives in, puts one up, too strong. It's Pritchard with the rebound. She goes to Scott. Pfeiffer hunting for more. High pass sails over the head of Bickford and turned over to North Greenville.
Yeah, that's a shame for the Falcons because they had numbers. They had 3-on-2. And nobody hit it to the basket.
And Bickford wide open, too. Wolf got to get out of a trap. Gets it to Powell. Powell into front court. Donahue, Carter. And Carter backs out. Clock running down under a minute and a half to go. Carter with it, now under 10 on shot clock.
Lady Crusaders need 2 here. And they got him.
And boy, did they get it. Carter falling down with the heave.
Yeah, now there'll be no fouls at all by the Lady Crusaders.
Final minute. What's it going to be? Scott up top. Out to Tillman. Now back up top. Scott a long 2, no good. Donahue gets the rebound and gets it to Wolf. Wolf takes off. Pritchard comes up and fouls her. That'll be her 3rd. And a 4th against Pfeiffer, as that was their lone foul to give.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of fouls now. 44.6 to go in the game.
Inbound goes to Carter. Let's see what strategy Pfeiffer takes. They foul. North Greenville's headed to the line. And a foul is called.
5.5 seconds differential on the game clock and the shot clock now.
And it's against Deja Scott, her 4th.
Yeah, the Lady Crusaders will let Pfeiffer just come down and take the shot. They'll contest it, but not very strong.
Cameron Carter at the line. She's got, 11 with 6 minutes to go. She's got another one. 74-68.
Yeah, Bickford's back in for Pfeiffer, so watch for the 3 now.
Carter hits them both, 75-68. About a 5-second differential as Pfeiffer's going to look and try and get a quick shot. Here's Sarson around to the left. Sends Bickford on the roll, out to the far side. 3 on the way is no good from Vivian Doer. Rebound by Pritchard, gets by Trenum, back to Doer. Doer drives in, left side. 3 on the way from Sarson is no good. Rebound back to Doer. Now dished out. 3 on the way from Bickford from away downtown is no good. Pritchard keeps it inbounds to Doer. Now back up top, Scott 3, no good, with 1 second to go, and North Greenville's going to hang on and survive. I don't know how many shots at the end of this one to get their first conference win of this 2016-17 basketball season, 75-68.
Lady Falcons did everything they could to try to get that last few points. They pretty much knew the game was over, but they could give it a heartfelt effort anyway. And Lady Crusaders are perfect in 2017.
At home, that is. And we can't give you any final numbers because the live stats are still frozen with 6 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. But going down the stretch, Dave, who you like as the Mose of Greer player of the game?
Oh, it has to be Donahue, really. I mean, she has just really, put up a lot of points. We're sorry we don't have the stats updated, but we last showed her at 17 points. I think she had close to 20, maybe 21. But she played a well of a game, especially the second half. First half she was kind of quiet, but Lady Crusaders came back. They won the first period. Second period tied, third period tied. But then the Lady Crusaders came back, and with Karen Donahue's efforts, they took the win.
So the Mose of Greer player of the game, Karen Donahue. Again, big thanks to Mose of Greer for giving us some sponsorship on that front. Down on Wade Hampton, go check them out. I believe they're open till 9 o'clock tonight, so you still got about an hour and a half to get down there. So your final numbers read like this for, well, we'll wait and see if we can get some final numbers, and we'll go over those. But still one more game to go tonight. North Greenville men, they are looking for a win here in 2017. And Pfeiffer, comes in, trying to upset them on the road. So here in about 24 minutes, North Greenville and Pfeiffer, the men's go round here. We'll be back for that game here on the North Greenville Sports Network.
Yeah,
again,
we apologize for the stats not updating. We don't know what's going on with the software, but we don't have the final numbers. And if you're interested, just check back at the end of the men's game. By then, hopefully they'll have the women's stats up to date.
And again, Lady Crusaders victorious over Pfeiffer 75-68. They improve to 4-7, 1-5 in conference. Pfeiffer falls to 4-7, 2-5 in conference play. So again, we thank you for joining us for game 1. Stay tuned for game 2 here on the North Greenville Sports Network.